everyone, welcome to this update video this morning. I hope you're doing great. So we've got Potential Tropical Cyclone One, which was our previous Invest 91L. So that is our system in the Gulf of Mexico, which is producing tropical storm force winds. However, it has not fully reached the threshold to be considered a tropical storm, but tropical storm conditions are expected along parts of the Gulf Coast. So we're going to be taking a look at the latest from the National Hurricane Center in regards to that. But as we look at the graphic here, we can see where this basically superposes another area which is marked in the Gulf. So we could see a sort of back-to-back scenario with another area of low pressure forming. So once PTC 1, Potential Tropical Cyclone 1, makes its way into parts of Mexico and Texas, we could see another area try to get itself together. Models have been showing that. As of now, a 20% chance of development. And then for that other system out in the Atlantic, well south of Bermuda, the chance is down slightly from 30 to 20%. So this may struggle to get itself together over the course of the coming days as it moves to the west and then the northwest. However, it could bring some rainfall activity to parts of the southeastern U.S. But for now, not a bother for anyone. Let us go ahead and take a look at the satellite imagery here, and we can definitely see all of this activity, these showers and thunderstorms across parts of the Caribbean, Central America, and in the Gulf associated with PTC 1. And then we've got all that convection. Let's zoom in here. We've got all that convection that actually made its way toward the vicinity of Jamaica. So there was some thunderstorm and even some downpours across some spots last evening, even into this morning as well. You can let me know what's happening for you. Overall, very wet weather right now across parts of the Western Caribbean and Central America, and some areas have been experiencing days and days of heavy rain, so that continues even now, and thus that flood threat is still there. And as it relates to PTC 1, the heavy rainfall associated with it is going to start moving into Texas today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cone forecast for this. And this is the current location of the center. However, it's not all about the location of the center because we've got a lot of activity associated with it. It is a very expansive area. As I said, some of that heavy rain is going to start moving into South Texas. And look at that blue highlight you're seeing along the southern Texas coast. That is a tropical storm warning in effect. So tropical storm conditions are imminent because of all of the activity associated with PTC 1, and then a tropical storm watch for northeast Mexico. So PTC 1 is expected to become Tropical Storm Alberto by tomorrow, and it may strengthen a little bit. So there may be those winds up to 40 or 45 miles per hour with stronger gusts associated with the system as it makes its way in. But we're seeing that mustard shaded area. That is where the tropical storm force winds are found within the system. So that indicates the wind field of those tropical storm force winds. Those winds exceeding 39 miles per hour. And so as it relates to the rainfall, there could be a few spots experiencing rainfall amounts up to 8 inches over the next couple of days as PTC 1 makes its way in. So for the next 3 days, we could definitely see significant rainfall amounts in parts of northeast Mexico and southern Texas as well. So there's going to be coastal flooding because of the storm surge, which happens when the winds of the cyclone push the water on shore. And then there's going to be a lot of that heavy rainfall as well. So there's likely to be some significant flooding as we're going to be heading into the next few days along the watch and warning area in northeast Mexico and South Texas, respectively. However, let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the basin. So for the Caribbean, especially over in the eastern islands, there have been a couple of thunderstorms around, for example, near St. Croix this morning in the Virgin Islands, within the vicinity of Guadeloupe, Dominica, even towards St. Vincent. There's some showers and thunderstorms around as well. And we see that blob to the just to the east of Trinidad and Tobago. So there is some activity around, much not going on for the ABC Islands, Puerto Rico, a couple showers, thunderstorms in the area. Let's look at the rainfall forecast forecast for today. So within parts of Central America, especially southern Mexico and South Guatemala as well, there could be rainfall amounts up to 4-5 inches at maximum throughout today. So this area will remain quite active. Same story for the islands of San Andreas Providencia. It's going to remain active. Rainfall amounts probably up to 1 inch today. Similar story for the Cayman Islands and the westernmost part of Cuba. For Jamaica, a couple showers may move through. And then as we head toward the vicinity of Hispaniola, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands through the Lesser Antilles, it is also going to be active with those showers and thunderstorms. However, there is some dust around, and some really dense dust will be moving in tomorrow. We'll look at that momentarily. ABC Islands kind of in the clear, much rain not expected. Up to the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, few showers may move by throughout today. And then for northern South America, parts of Colombia, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana, there could be some showers and thunderstorms around. Let's go ahead and look at the dust forecast. And so as we're going to be heading throughout today and into tomorrow, we're going to have some denser dust moving in. We can see those dark brown shaded. So there's already some of that dense Saharan dust across parts of the Lesser Antilles. And so this allows, things to be very hazy, and it also has this negative health effect, such as to trigger allergies, breathing conditions such as asthma, and even skin, eye, and throat irritation. So that happens with our denser plumes, and that plume is going to continue to make its way across parts of the Caribbean, eventually reaching the Greater Antilles as we head into Thursday, Friday, thereabout towards the vicinity of Jamaica. And so this is not something uncommon for the time of year. We typically have these dust plumes coming in from the east and blanketing parts of the Caribbean. But on the bright side, they do help to limit tropical development, because there's nothing to track in the main development region right now. It's pretty much quiet because the environment is not conducive to allow development to actually take place. And so guys, just to recap again, we've got our potential tropical cyclone One, and in addition there are two more highlighted areas. So one well south of Bermuda, that one is likely to struggle somewhat as it approaches the west, but as I said earlier, it could bring some rainfall activity to parts of the southeast states. And then within the same vicinity of PTC1, after it moves in to parts of Texas and Mexico, we could see another area try to get itself together. So this is a newly marked spot that we'll have to watch as well over the course of the coming days, and models have been hinting at something else trying to form. So a potential back-to-back scenario here. So we'll see if that is going to come to fruition, and my channel is here to keep you updated on what is happening as always. So that is it for right now, and if you have any questions, do feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond to you when I get the chance to do so, and remember to always be weatherwise.